Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, hey, welcome as well. It's great to have you. And as always, a quick reminder to all, my focus, my mission here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to hit that like button, when you choose to comment, when you choose to share the information with associates and colleagues. And so if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share the videos. And for additional ways you can choose to support the channel, check out the links below. And for additional ways that I can help you grow your business and how I can help take you to that next level, also check out those links below. And with that said, let's get into our topic here today, and it's the importance of obtaining gym business funding. The importance of obtaining gym business funding. And as I've talked before, and to a lot of you folks that we've talked to on a one-on-one basis, one of the biggest challenges and one of the biggest reasons companies go out of business is simply lack of funding. Yes, there are times we need to bootstrap, there are times we need to adjust, but generally speaking, from an operations standpoint, sales and marketing, that's one of the big things. And then the other thing is the lack of funding, just not having the capital on hand. And so the importance of obtaining funding. And so number one, business financing, that's the lifeblood of any small business. Okay, so lifeblood of any small gym business or even the large ones. Okay, funding is always going to be a part of this. And some of the things just to think about here, yes, when you're first getting started, and I'll talk more about that, you need funding to get the thing started. Your landlord's going to want to see some financial wherewithal. Okay, you're going to need funding, for all your startup costs. You're going to need funding probably for TI dollars. You're going to need funding for your equipment. Okay, you're going to need at least 1 month, cushion in the bank, for any kind of shortfall. You may need as much as 90 days. Cushion in there, okay? But you want to make sure that, you have the availability of this, but this is the lifeblood of any business, okay? And you want to make sure you're always looking for it, no matter what the circumstances are. The other thing that I would talk about, too, when it comes to, it's the lifeblood of small business, you're looking to expand. Okay, you're looking to expand your existing operation. Now, you might be looking to expand to multiple facilities. But one of the things that we've had a lot of success with is in markets, and these are markets where we have clients in these markets, is we will market to all the existing clubs in the area. And there's going to be a lot of folks out there that, hey, they're looking for a way to exit gracefully. They're ready to get out, their heart's not quite into it, okay? And instead of just shutting down and they lose everything, instead of them just shutting down and you get nothing, okay, there's strategies where, what if you could acquire that member base? What if you could add 500 members to your club right now? What if you could add 100? What kind of difference would that make? What if you had, every time someone went to their URL on their website, it took them to yours? What if when they called that club, the phone rang over at your club? What if you got the email database, the renewal list, the email list, the social media, followers? You can acquire all this, if we market and promote, and we can show other folks how to do it. So, the business financing, it really is the lifeblood. It's how you grow it. Make sure you're always looking. Check out the links below on ways we can help you with that. Now, number two, and this one we talk about a lot, but it's for startups and the need for capital. Startups and the need for capital. This is the biggest thing for any startup. Now, there's a lot of startups, and I work with a lot of folks that do this. It's really a bootstrap operation just because in some cases it has to be. And it doesn't mean you can't do that. You can kind of figure this stuff out sometimes, okay? But many times there are solutions, some solutions that we never really thought of. Okay, I know I've worked with clubs that they've tried all kinds of resources to get the funding they need to get this thing open. This gym is their dream. And we've been able to talk to them and put them in the right situation, and all of a sudden, now they get $200,000 in funding, which is well more than they would have anticipated. And then if you negotiate well and landlord's going to cover your TI dollars, you got a good strategy on pre-sales and abated rents, and you can ramp up quickly, now you can have a lot of success pretty quick. with your startup. But the need for capital for startups. If you're a startup and need for capital, obtaining business funding, this is going to be crucial. Okay. Number 3, without a cash infusion, it's going to be hard for your business to grow. Without capital infusion, without cash infusion, it's going to be hard to grow. One of the hallmarks of clubs that do the best, okay, is we keep them as new today as the day they first opened. I can tell you, a lot of your big guys, the big competition, when they come to town and they look at you as that independent operator, they're pretty much factoring in, they're going to grab about 15% of your business right off the top. Just because they're brand new, they got that new car smell, and while your facility might be functional, it's not quite as new. Okay, your crowd's going to migrate to what's new, what's the latest and greatest. So stay new. Every year make some significant improvement, and even every month if you can, some significant improvement to your facility. But without the cash infusion, it's going to be hard to do that. Now make sure you do your numbers. Okay, make sure you have budgets. Hey, here's what the funding is going to be. Here's what we need to do as far as production, to make that a good investment. That has to be done too. But you have to be growing the business, and it's going to take capital infusion, to do that. And then number 4 on the list of the importance of obtaining business funding, your business it's going to plateau and become stagnant. Without it, you're either growing it or you're selling it. Okay, and honestly, if you want to sell it, when it's in growth mode, right? Because if you don't, you're not going to get the return on it that you want. So again, capital infusion. You're always looking for money. I think this is one of the bigger mistakes that we see, and we see more of it, I think. You just don't put the facility in, and it's just going to sit there, and you're going to think you're going to have success with it. And just because the equipment still works fine and looks nice, that doesn't mean it's going to capture the imagination of the buying public. I know clubs we've worked at before, and I talked to one fellow and I said, "What's one of your secrets? What do you do that you think really sets you apart from everybody else?" And he goes, "Jim, every single year, I go to the industry trade show and I buy a brand new line of equipment for every single club. So every single year, every single club is getting new equipment." That was the strategy, and they had enormous success with that. And so, but you're going to need money to do it. Okay, and so if you need help with that, check out the links below. Feel free to hit me up direct. Happy to chat with you. And again, folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here. And as I mentioned earlier, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to help as many people as I can with as much information as I can across all regions across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to hit that subscribe button, you choose to hit the like button, you comment, you share. So if you've not yet done so, hit that subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.